Hello, everybody. I am SunPsychic Jean, and please welcome my very special guest, Daphne from Relax with Daphne.
Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for having me, Jean. I love your audience. I love spending time with you, and you're one of the most compassionate and caring mediums I know. And it's always just a pleasure to be with you.
Oh, that is so sweet of you to say. Thank you very much. Yeah, I pretty much was thrown into it, not thrown into it, but it really was a whirlwind. The whole development of becoming, psychic and medium and practicing with everybody, and we were in a lot of the same practice groups. And I
Yeah.
remember that it's about what we want to focus on, and you really focused on the healing and the energy, healing and we just gravitate what's most important for us to look at in at that very moment. But you're an amazing psychic medium yourself and always have been. So yeah.
Thank you so
So I
much.
don't see her. Is she on? Yeah, just visiting. She's right beside me. She's right beside me. So it's funny. Just visiting says there she is. Sometimes if you're, I don't know, if you're looking on a different device, double tap your screen. Look, see, Crystal Ascension knows there must be something new going on with the way that they're displaying it. Hmm, lovely, lovely. Well, Daphne, let us know. Tell us what you have coming up in the near future. You have an exciting event.
Thank you. Jean, I love the fact that we both attended some of the same trainings and some of the same practice groups because you're right, you can just flourish in this world in so many different ways. And since we met, I have become a certified sound healer. And that is because I know how much benefit that I've always gotten from sound healing. And I use it to clear my house. I use it to clear my own energy. I use it to help my clients. And it also is a way to open the doors of perception. Those hurts, the sound hurts that come through that elevate your energy and open up your chakras. It's just such an amazing way to connect to loved ones in spirit, our spiritual guides, with each other, with the earth, with the plants. So I have a sound bath that I'm doing on October 19th, right around the full or the new moon. And it is basically for helping people relax if they need to do that, to let go of that tension and stress, and then to also find a renewal of their energy, right? Like so many of us are super stressed out by what's happening in the world. And when you're stressed out, you literally can't think straight. We know that the brain is parts of the brain, like your executive functioning, are not available to you when you are too stressed out. So my offering of a sound bath is meant to help you relax and make good decisions, connect to your discernment so that when you make a decision like, should I take this new job? Should I get new training? Should I move? Should I start this relationship? You're actually accessing the deepest part of your spirit, your heart, and the part of your brain that can help you make good decisions. So that sound bath is on October 19th. Hey, Sacred Kikos. Hi, Stacy. Oh, thank you. Just visiting. That would be wonderful. I did put a link in the chat to my page on Eventbrite, and I'll be doing at least one sound bath every month. And I have some other events that are coming up, and I would love any of you, if you need to relax, you need to renew your energy, I would absolutely love to include you in this. So thank you, Jean. I appreciate that. That's one of the things.
This is the new moon
Yeah,
sound bath.
yeah.
It's really very well done, you guys.
Oh,
It's
thank you.
it's a beautiful opportunity. And you can see Daphne added her link at the top of the chat there. Um, and we can add it again. It's also in the show notes below.
Yeah.
Um, but thank you very much. So I wanted to show you guys something that's very new and interesting for me. And I am really proud of myself that I figured it out. And I have a new event coming up as well. So here is my website, and this is the main page that you see, and you see all the readings down there that you can choose. And then up here at the top, you see right here, it's kind of tiny, but it says events. And when you click on events, you'll see that I have two events coming up. This one is tomorrow, Sunday, October 12th at 4 p.m. Eastern, and that's 1 p.m. Pacific. And we're going to be doing ghost stories. And I have had a ghost in my house. I'll tell you a little bit about that, as well as show you some pictures of ghosts caught on tape. Also, a little bit of a film, a couple of film clips that I collected along the way. And then, if you also have a ghost story that you would like to share, we're going to just be all together as a community. It's going to be lots of fun. So when you come onto this events page, you just click anywhere and it pops up. And aren't those puppies so adorable? And I wanted to put that because it's not going to be a scary ghost story. It's going to be uplifting and of the love and light, of course. So here's a little description of the ghost story, what to expect. I put 90-minute here, but it might go a little bit longer than that. And you can just click on this to attend. And when you click on this, you get an email that comes directly to an email with the actual link. So the receipt saying that you purchased a seat at this, you'll in that email that you receive has the Zoom link to the event already. You don't have to wait or wonder if there's another email coming. And then next month in November, I have past life mini readings. If you're interested in that, you can also just click on that. It'll tell you a little bit more about it. And it's the same process. So I'm very excited that these events are now on my own website. But thank you all very much.
That's fantastic. And I'm so glad you said that these are going to be uplifting ghost stories because as a medium, when I hear people talk about ghosts, I'm like, oh, who did you get to meet? Right? I'm excited because it's fun and people are wonderful. And there's always something so meaningful and joyful about connecting with people who have passed beyond, right? They're sending us so much love and so much care, and they want us to trust ourselves and to enjoy ourselves. So that sounds wonderful, Jean.
Mm-hmm. So just visiting, I'm going to be posting the link to these events in the members only posts, you know, um, just in the same, it used to be the community board, but now they call it posts. So I'll be putting that link. I'll probably put it in today when I'm finished for tomorrow's show. And for the show in the next month, I'll do it like a day or two before that event as well. But thanks for asking. Anybody that is a member, you get to join. It's included in the membership to attend these events, and then you also get at least two private chats with members only chat with me live. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Hi, Carol Young. Hi, Maria. Nice to see you. I know I see you, Maria. Um, Emmy Simmons. Aw. All right. So let's get do a little bit warm up here. So and thank you very much for the caps and emojis. That's really important. And just as a reminder, the questions are chosen at random. And for me, I need a little bit of a warm up before I go right into a mediumship, or else I'll be, gathering my energy right in front of you. So, do you see me in a new government state job either in North Dakota, Minnesota, or South Dakota? I saw a job with a private job in the Baldings National Park. Thank you. Wow, Tasha. Good for you. Wow.
My eyes keep sticking on that word Badlands. Badlands National Park. Interesting.
Mm-hmm. So I'm going to use my pendulum here. So for Tasha, is the job in North Dakota in Tasha's highest good, I'm not getting that it's in your highest good. Is the job in Minnesota in Tasha's highest good? I'm getting a little bit of a yes. Is the job in South Dakota? And that no, that's going to a no. And is the private job in the Badlands National Park in Tasha's highest good? And I'm getting the strongest yes. Yep, it's going into the yes. So that is very well done. And you can see we all do our readings and get to the answer just a little bit differently. But thank you very much, Tasha. I hope that was helpful. And
I
do you think that that was the one that she really wanted anyway? I
I
get
don't
the
know. What I felt from her energy was that she was game to make a move, and she's looking at this as an adventure, and I love that. I love that. If flexibility, those are the only plans we can make right now are flexible plans. So good for you.
yeah, absolutely. Okay, so let me just do my little call out. Just visiting is next. After just visiting is Melina. And if you guys, I mean, just visiting, I know that you're here, but Melina, just say hello. So look, Tasha said, well, yes, that was very helpful. Thank you. Yeah, good. I felt like it was the one that you were hoping for anyway. And, really is, we feel it. We feel it. So trust yourself when you have like a, a feeling towards a certain job or a certain choice for for sure. Okay, Melina, I see you. Thank you. So just visiting says, just returned from my trip to see family and friends. I love how I feel now. Was my father Gene with me helping my travels? Hmm. So I'm getting that yes, he was, but it was you. It wasn't the reason why you're feeling so good is because you have reconnected with um, energies and people that you cared about or that you do care about, and it was uplifting and refreshing. It gave you like another perspective. Um, I'm glad it was favorable for you, but I think it was you. I think you were open. I think you had your guard down. I think that you were maybe a little apprehensive, but you were pleasantly surprised. And I think that you really needed something to believe in again. Um, and that's what I feel. I feel like this is why you have this overwhelming sense of joy is because you stepped outside of your own comfort zone. You did something and experienced something that was outside of your usual routine as well. How about you, Daphne?
Immediately, as you read the question, I heard him say always, right? Always. And I also agree because I saw that it's not just him, there's a whole team in spirit that are supporting you. And the more we can open up to them, the more guided we'll be to the things that are best for us and the things that give us joy. And you trust your father, Gene. Will you also trust the rest of your spirit guides? And you can always check in with him and say, am I making the right decision? What do what's the long-term outcome for this? The more we turn inward to our own hearts, the more we get that clarity and that discernment and that feeling of calm that we're looking for. But I saw you with a lot of help on the other side. And in fact, I'm looking at your emojis, and that kind of reminds me that that's who's with you, right? That's a lot of guidance and a lot of support. And I'm interpreting the smiley face as your father. And then you've got angelic help. You have other loved ones in spirit, maybe a younger, cool person that is in spirit helping you. And then you've got these beautiful guides. So I hope that you are turning inward to that guidance more and more. I
Beautiful.
don't think
I
I don't think emojis are an accident. If in case you
no.
didn't get that.
They inspire me. They inspire me too, the colors and
Yeah.
everything. So just
Yeah.
visiting says, yes, I feel happy that I could even do it. And my old friends, I still love them. And that's so beautiful, just
Yeah.
visiting. And she says, I saw the word kismet on my trip. Yeah. I feel like your dad was definitely your cheerleader for sure. But wonderful. I'm so happy for you just visiting. Thank you for your question. So we have Melina is next, and she did say hello. After Melina is Crystal Ascension. Crystal, would you please say hello? Melina says, oh, look at that interesting icon. Wow. She says, can I please ask for a guidance message about my relationship home situation in the present moment? Are you in a, can you give us a little bit more? Um, Are you thinking of leaving or are you thinking of inviting? Um, that would help me more, give you a better answer, Melina.
Yeah.
I feel
I
like it
feel
might be leaving, but I don't want to assume.
yeah, I
Um,
feel sort of a double-edged sword kind of question here. Like
leaving, yeah.
maybe you know in your heart what to do, but there's something about the situation that is so interesting and attractive that you're going against your own inner guidance. Not that we haven't all done it. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So, Melina, dear Melina, it's not easy. It's one of the hardest things that we have to do, and it's the uncertainty and the unknown that is causing us apprehension. And I feel as though you've been toiling over this decision for quite some time. In fact, I'm going to go out on a limb and say you've already made your decision. You're just wondering when and how. Um, and it is in the air. We're ending a 9 year, and these are ending. This 9 year is filled with endings. Not only that, but the month of October is new beginnings. Not only that, but Pluto just went direct again. So there's a lot of changes. There's a lot of energies that are sort of uh, motivating us to make these types of decisions. It's not it's it's most important that you're safe and taken care of. So I think it's more of a logistics kind of a question. I think that you did make a decision, and the prolonging it's not going to change your mind. I think you already know that. And me telling you what to do, I can't tell you what to do. I think that you know what to do, and it's important for you to trust yourself and believe in yourself. Make sure you're very well taken care of. Make sure you're financially secure, that you have a place to go to, that, any pet situations or children situations are worked out. And I would definitely try and uh, be as uh, cooperative as possible and include the person in your plans as early and as soon as possible, and try and, I know that maybe they haven't been the most respectful, and may have been the reason why you're leaving, but it's really show them the respect that you deserve, even though they may not. um, but make sure you have all your ducks in a row, all your everything taken care of before you begin. And that's just common sense. But I can't tell you what to do. I can feel how you're feeling, and I think it's about timing for you. Um, but it is in the energy right now. So, what say you, Daphne?
I agree. When I looked at her name, I saw the words "you Inc." Right? Like if you are, if you think of yourself, your health, your well-being, your financial well-being as an organization that you run, you are in charge of, you would make a plan to disentangle yourself from this situation in a way that leaves you whole and ready for what's next. And I think that Jean is absolutely correct that the number one thing is you have to be safe, and you have to make sure that you, your pets, your children, if that's the situation, that you all are safe and that you conduct yourself in with the most integrity at this time. And you trust those little whisperings. If you don't feel good about something, maybe go to a friend's house. You'll have to yeah. It is time to make a clean break and to be respectful and reach for like a higher energy, a higher elevation of energy between the two of you. Because if it's not working for you, it's not working for him, So it is time for everybody to move on to bigger and better.
Mm-hmm. I agree. And, no burning bridges is what I heard. Even though this person may not not that they don't deserve it, everybody deserves it, but, it's important not to burn the bridge, even though it's not, you're not going to want to go back. It's just, it's really good energy for you. It really is. And the more that you can respect and honor him where he is or them where they are, it will leave you in a higher vibrational state. And it's not easy. It's definitely not easy. And you'll feel like you miss them a couple of months later, and you'll second guess yourself. Why did I do that? You just trust yourself, because those are the normal feelings when we break up and move away from each other. We get like a new perspective we will second guess yourself. Just reassure yourself that this is the reason. And so much love and support to you, Melina. It is really one of the most difficult things in this life, is to choose to leave. Yeah. We wish you all the best, and let us know how you're doing. Come back and let us know. So thank you very much. Did Crystal Ascension ever say hello? Crystal Ascension, are you still here? I don't think I saw her. Is Marina still here? I'm sorry, Maria Amethyst. Either Crystal Ascension or Maria. You're welcome, Melina.
It's really so nice to feel out into the energy of everybody who's here with us now. So, some beautiful, beautiful hearts and spirits.
Okay. Maria Amethyst or Crystal Ascension. And then after that is Carolyn, Loving Life. Carolyn, Loving Life. If you're here, say hello. Ah, there you go. Carolyn Loving Life is here. And after Carolyn Loving Life, I see Carol Young. Okay, so Carolyn says, may I please have a message from my great-grandmother, Mamie Spears? And Daphne, if you have something, you can jump in.
Okay. All right. The sense I get from her energy is that she is always, always aware of what's going on in your life. And even though there's, this is your great grandmother, so she's showing me the generations in between the two of you. But she said there's nothing new under the sun. So lessons that she had to learn in life, she is watching you in a new way learn more about the same lesson, right? And I find that really fascinating. It's as if she's telling us that every generation gains ground, every generation makes headway, and yet we are still familiar enough with each other's problems that we can reach across the divide, the beyond the generations. And so she's showing me you looking at generations of people older than you and gleaning wisdom from them. And I think the underlying message from that is that you have many more resources that you know. And you, I mean, she fully trusts you. Her energy is fully cognizant of you as an adult and as someone who makes good decisions and somebody who's curious and open-minded. And she loves all that. She loves all that. She's not at all worried about you. And that's what I get. She's lovely. Thank you for introducing us.
Hmm. That's beautiful, Daphne. So, Carolyn, what I was picking up from Mamie Spears is she had very high standards. She's telling me she had very high standards, and she told me, I'm gonna just tell you what I wrote because she's telling me to say it. The community is your lifeline, and I know that maybe this community might be, but your community around you, include others, mingle with your neighbors, attend functions that are in. I know, and I know that you. It's important for you to get to know your neighbors, mingle with your neighbors, and ask your neighbors for help or to come over. It's important for us to, and this is what she's saying, to open up and include others, and not only that you need them, but they need you. They need to learn about you too. And sometimes we're just so busy with our day-to-day life, and it can just get away from us. But when you can, if there's a community event, especially with the holidays coming up, festivities, fall, Oktoberfest functions or something, just, you know, mingle with your neighbors. And this is what grandmother Mamie Spears is saying. Um, but she told me, she said, oh, because I thought, oh, is she a rancher too? Or did she grow up on a ranch? And she's like, oh, I have very high standards. Like, do not discount my abilities. And I do feel as though she had like a women's group that she connected with. And she's saying that I think, back in her day, there was no cell phones and no internet, but that she really found value in the friends that were near her where she lived. And it was, I don't know, she's showing me like a bake sale or a bake swap or something like this. Um, she just doesn't want you to be so alone all the time. She wants you to include other people in your life. And that's what she says.
Yeah,
She's
as you were talking, my own grandmother and great grandmother, who I knew, this is one of the benefits of having really young parents, is that my great grandmother was with me until I was in college, right? So both she and my grandmother are here, and they're saying, yes, Mamie is right. You need to connect with other women, and they emphasize that cross generational aspect of it. We need friends. I'm getting chills. We need friends in every generation. So,
wow, very nice. Thank you very much, Carolyn. I appreciate your question. So, Carol Young is next, and after Carol Young, we'll go back to Maria. Maria said she is here, but Carol said we'll do Carol Young, and then we'll go back to you, Maria. Thank you. So, Carol Young says, is my writing a hobby or a career after retirement? And I love your golden retriever there, Carol Young. I have to say, I was on a show earlier and somebody was asking me about their cat. And I'm trying, it was a tuxedo cat, and I'm trying to like tune in to connect with their cat. And this golden retriever kept coming into my awareness. And I'm like, does anybody have a golden retriever here? Because I think they're here. So nobody really claimed him, but yeah. So I love that picture, and it looked a lot like that. That's why I'm just saying that. And that might not be a full breed, but it looks like a golden. Your dog passed. I think it's oh no, that's the one. Oh, and they know. That dog was here when I was trying to connect with the cat, and they know that you're going to be here and you're going to ask a question, Carol. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay. So let's get back to the writing or the hobby. I think that's what it was. So go ahead, Daphne. I'll let you go.
Yeah, well, I am a writer as well, and I don't. There's only one entity that makes a distinction between hobby or career when you're a writer, and that's the IRS. So you are going to have a most magical third act, and I don't know where your writing is going to take you, but definitely write often, write early in the day, make it a priority because you have so much to share. And I don't know how you will end up uh, aiming your writing, but I know there has never been a better time in history for a woman to write. You have all the tools. The gatekeepers are shrinking in importance. And whatever you decide to do with your writing, I think you will be very successful. I also think as a writer, writers, we have to be realistic about the money flow in writing. There are some surprise careers where you make a lot of money with your writing. There are plenty where you don't. I have a friend who's a USA Today best-selling author, and I think she has a day job because even after selling a lot of books. It's not a full-time income, right? But after retirement, hopefully you'll have multiple streams of income coming in, and you won't have to, uh, stress out about it because yes, there we go. The money doesn't matter. What probably does matter is your satisfaction and the fact that you know that you have expressed whatever is in your heart. And there's that saying, we write for our art or our hearts, right? So I think you're right on. When you put hearts and flowers, I don't see any dollar signs, right? And I don't see any dollar bills or anything like that. This is going to be magical. So I encourage you.
Beautiful, Daphne. I concur and second everything that Daphne just said. And when I was trying to tune in if it was a hobby or a career, I heard neither. It's a passion. It's just a passion. And you're going to do it because you're passionate and you're going to be successful because you're passionate. Not because you want a career, not because you're thinking of the money, but because you're passionate. And it is really, and Daphne is right. Now is the time for us to be writing these thoughts and feelings and ideas and stories down because they we need to chronicle this time in history. And like Daphne said, no better than a woman in this time and age to write her own story or a story. Um, it's really important. It's an energetic frequency that you're going to be imprinting out on the world and also sharing with other people. Is really very important. I feel it's a passion for you, like Daphne said, and it'll be just a. It won't be a chore. It won't be a job. It won't be, oh, I have to sit down. You'll get like a burst and sit down for like 2 days and write, write, write. And then maybe the next 3 days you'll be gardening or going shopping or doing different things. And then the next thing you know, you'll have another burst. So try not to, judge yourself in on how that comes through. Just allow for your passion to happen naturally.
I just put in the chat a really useful a really useful platform called Draft to Digital. Carol, if you are interested in publishing your own manuscripts of any size, you might take a look at it. It's free to join. They take a percentage of whatever your sales are, but it's really one of the best tools out there right now for writers.
And MLR says our journals and social media posts of today are the content of the Ken Burns of the future.
Yeah.
That's amazing. That's amazing. She said, "Thank you, lovely ladies." And I'm so sorry for your puppy. But oh my gosh, yeah, I'm sure I connected with that puppy came to visit me. Um, All right. So let me call out the next. Oh, we're going to go with Maria is next. And after Maria, I have M.E. Simmons. If you would please say hello. And then Malika Best, please say hello. All right, Maria, I'm wondering, do you see me and Philip being together again? Maria, 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 you have such beautiful, sweet, loving energy. I think you're going to try and give it another go. I don't, I think you're going to try and give it another go. Um, I feel like you two may have had like past life kind of a connection, that this is the soul that you recognize or that you feel a strong connection to because you knew each other in a different lifetime. But it doesn't mean that he has to be the one that you spend the rest of your life with. It's about experiencing the time that you share together and spending time together. It doesn't mean that he's the one and only for the rest of your life, but it does mean that you have a very strong connection. So is Philip, were Philip and Maria together in a past life? Absolutely, yes. And I feel where is Philip the one and only for Maria? And you know, it goes in a circle, which means it's free will. It means it's free will. And this day and age, I feel as though he loves you and he's passionate, but he may have a distraction of maybe his job, or there's something else that's sort of distracting him a little bit. That, you know, unfortunately, relationships are not quite a priority in his life as they are in your life. But he does feel the connection. But I'd keep it open ended. How about you, Daphne? And you're like,
Well, when I look at the two of them, I see him looking away and Maria looking at him. And it makes me wonder if there isn't some passion that she has that isn't him or that relationship that she could really dive into and enjoy. And that when we are being ourselves fully and we are living up to our own potential, that is so magnetic and attractive, right? It bothers me that he's looking away and you're looking at him, because I agree there's a mismatch of priorities. And I don't think it's, I don't think that's the last word. I think there's a lot you can do to make yourself happy and glowing and fine, right? If we're just fine, that's very attractive. And confidence is really appealing. So I think I feel like he is helping you in this, like on a soul level. I think you two are here helping each other. And it's not about the surface. It's not about what other people see. It's about what's going on inside for you, Maria. I feel really good about what you're going to do.
wow, that's really powerful. Really powerful
Thank you.
and something to consider. You know, that feeling of the feeling that you get when you're together makes you feel whole and alive, but you are whole and alive without him as well. And um, it's that you is important for us to maintain and not just associate ourselves with just that. It's important to feel that whole and aliveness every day of our lives, with or without them. And dual autonomy. And what did you say? You said it so eloquently. I don't, but it's the ability to see things um, in the perspective that is in reality. Um, I do feel the absolute passion and the magnetic attraction that you two have with each other, but I don't know if it's his job, but he's not available to give you what you need, is what I feel. You know what I mean? So the rendezvous may occur, but the sustainability and the content, or the you know, it may not be there for you, and you deserve more. You deserve, dual autonomy, and have somebody that complements you so that you can be you and be happy, he can be him and be happy, and not have one. It's codependency, I think it's called. Hmm.
Yeah, I love that, Jean. That's really, really, that's right at the heart of things. That dual sovereignty, that dual integrity, giving ourselves what we need, not depending on the other person to do it, because no other person can complete us. Nobody else can satisfy that deep longing, and only we can do that.
Yeah, all the best to you, Maria. Hang in there. I have to say, love is one of the worst pains I've ever felt in my entire life. I, it feels like it's worse than death. It really is. And that longing, that aching, that pain is something that I remember very
Yeah.
easily.
And that just tells us how important it is to us as spiritual beings and as human beings.
Yeah.
It's the key issue.
Yeah. Please do take care of yourself, Maria. And thank you very much for coming and asking your question and replying in the chat. I appreciate that. So Emmy Simmons is next, and then after Emmy is Malika. All right. So Emmy, look at those little ducks. What are those,
I
geese
think
there?
those are Canada geese.
Oh, that's cute. Kind of sets the mood, an animal lover, right? Nature lover.
Yeah.
So Daniel Anthony Simmons is her elder brother. She would like a message from him. Hmm. So I get that he's fine. He's very well taken care of. He's in a good place. He's at peace. I do see him very handsome, and like a smile that'll, like a just a really mm, magnetic smile. Um, and I feel like he was a little bit like he would joke a little bit or like to laugh, and when he would laugh, he would like chuckle and move his shoulders. Um, he's very, very happy. And I feel like he's well. He's well. I don't know if he was ill or if he was what caused his passing, but he's saying that he's well, and it's almost like around his head. I'm not sure if he had a confusion. I'm not sure if he had an addiction or if there was some sort of an accident, but he's saying that he's well. And when he did that, he went around his head, and he's saying his heart is healed, and he's saying that he's sending you so much love, and he wants to thank you for everything that you did in his memory. I feel like you do also have pictures of him, and you have pictures of him when he was back in the day, and he loves that. He loves like the bell bottoms, or the outfits, or the style. And he's also showing me the Doobie Brothers. I don't know if he likes the Doobie Brothers, or if that was like his era. Um, he's very, very charming, and he's really loving. But I do feel like he had a tough time here in this world. I feel like he was struggling uphill, and it was not. I feel like he's saying like I didn't get a fair shake or something. Like he felt like he was sort of like against the wind, or he was always struggling to get ahead for some reason. I don't know what that is, Emmy, but if you could let me know if that sounds like your brother.
When I tuned in, I agree with everything that you put forward, Jean. When I tuned in with him, he was walking very at ease in his body. He had his hands in his front pocket, and he had what he would call an SHIT eating grin, right? Sort of this kind of like smile on his face, very attractive young man. And I'm like, wow, you were so young. He's like, I was there as long as I needed to be. And he showed me a football analogy, which is, I don't know anything about football, but there was something about I moved the ball forward a few feet, and that's what he came here to do. So there was something about his energy, the things that he did, the people he touched. Wow. Wow. We don't know until we get to the other side what we really accomplished. And he did way more than is, oh gosh, he did way more than is visible on any metric, the way we measure success. Oh, there you go. Football. I think he gave me the gentlest analogy he could because he knows I don't know anything about it. But he is very comfortable with what he accomplished in this life. It doesn't matter what it looked like on the outside. And he has a big heart, but his biggest heart was for you. So there is something absolutely magical about your relationship. Yes. Yeah. Oof, chills.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep. And he's just really happy that you remember him so fondly. But don't he doesn't want you to worry about what happened or what caused his passing. He just wants you to remember the joy and the togetherness and the good times that you experienced together, because that's all that he can remember now. Everybody's getting the chills, and your brother is coming through very loud and clear for all of us, and he's spreading his love to all of us. And I feel like this is why we're all feeling the chills. But he's a very charismatic man, and very charming. But I feel like he had some struggles in this lifetime, but it doesn't. That matters not. It's that it's the lives that he affected. It's not the material success or the societal type of success. It's who he touched hearts with, and that's what matters most. And that's what he knows now on the other side, that it didn't matter if he made it to a certain level. It was the people around him and his compassion to others. But oh gosh, she said yes, he had a really hard life. He's showing me himself pushing up against the wind and not being able to get ahead. He felt like something was, he just wasn't given a fair shake. Oh, I'm so sorry. But
And yet, I think on the soul level, he made the most of it. He wrung every drop of soul lesson that he could from every situation. So my sense is that there is no regret. There is no regret. And even the pain that he caused people, as much as he has compassion for their sorrow and their ache, he knows that out of that sorrow is going to come advancement.
beautiful. Thank you, Emmy. So sorry for your loss. And but Daniel Anthony Simmons, boy, he's coming through loud and clear for us. Okay, so I have two. This is a two-parter. This is Malika. She says, I'm feeling quite anxious about my future and would like some clarity and advice, please. And then she says, for context, I've been dreaming of movement and travel with my guides, but still feeling quite lost in this world. Okay. All right. Thank you, Malika. It is, well, first of all, what they're what your spirit guides are asking me to share with you is there's no need for fear. There is no need for, because we're co-creating. You have everything is in your hands. You have the choice to make. It's your choice to make. You control your future. There is no need for fear. There, and anxiety comes from fear. That's why I'm saying that. And I know what you mean by, you're apprehensive and you're curious. I do understand that, but they want you to know that this is all in your hands, Malika. You have every opportunity to make the choice that you want and that you need. Um, And I do feel as though your guides are inspiring you. But I tell a story, and my guides, this is a good analogy that my guides show me that there's a singer on a stage in a spotlight standing there at a microphone belting out a ballad like Barbara Streisand or somebody. And somebody says, well, I can't do that. Why would my guide show me that? They don't want you to go from here to being that. They just want you to move in that direction. Start toning. Start finding new music to sing, or start singing on YouTube, or start humming more, or maybe it's sound around you that is important. Maybe listen to certain uh, frequencies. But it's not, how am I going to become this music, phenomena sensation? But that's what your guides want you to move towards, if that makes any sense. So when you say your guides are telling you about travel and this, and you're feeling a little anxious about your future, it's like a direction. It's like, what can be moving in my direction? What is it? Do I want to travel? How do I find out if I did want to travel, where to go? It's almost like they're inviting you to consider and this opportunity and see how it resonates with you. But like I said, it always lies, the decision and the choice is always yours. You're a co-creator, and maybe it's a different type of a movement. Maybe it's not travel. Maybe it's dancing. I don't. It's up to you to interpret. Let me just read this other. I've been dreaming of movement and travel with my guides, but still feeling quite lost in this world. Hmm. Hmm. And sometimes when we feel lost, Malika, and I know this may not sound, you just take it with a grain of salt. When we feel lost sometimes in this world, Malika, it's because we're looking for our true self, our authentic self, our spiritual self, our connection to the divine. And when you find that connection to your authentic self, your divine spark, you will um, you will find that connection, and it's not as lost, because you'll know who you are, and you are always you, and you are always in um, in a creative field, in a creative role. And this is what I feel for you, Miss Malika. And I feel like you may know this on a certain um, level, and but you're not quite, like, it's not like writing on the wall, like it's not black and white for you. So you're struggling with, should I believe what I think I believe, or should I believe what is tangible? And I think that may be a little bit of a learning process for you. What say you, Daphne? I see you busting at the seams. You're like, Jean, hurry up.
No, not at all. I was really enjoying that. And I also got a microphone for Malika. But I also saw, when you showed the second half of her question, I saw her absolutely firmly anchored, but she's tethered by a very long rope to this anchor. And that is my sign for you have so much free will and so much choice. And yet you are firmly anchored in this life, in whatever it is you came here to do and accomplish, and all the talents you brought with you. Yes, feeling quite lost in this world. Well, that is because you are part of a very small cohort. I've seen this with other people too. And in fact, Stacy from Sacred Key, I'm sorry, I just blinked on her. is part of a cohort, a different cohort than you, Malika, but all of us who have agreed to come here to the planet right now to watch this transition and be part of this changeover, right? We're leaving the old behind and we're moving into some very new things, which have people really uncertain about what's happening. And it also has us longing for the freedom to move around and travel and to create change. And Jean, you are spot on when you say co-creating, right? And I think, Malika, you have a group of people that you can build something really interesting with. And I don't know if you dance, but I can almost see like a performance group that goes around and gives presentations. And there's several of you on stage together, maybe like 10 or 12 of you. I don't know what message you're putting out there. I don't know what the artistic background of this collection of people is, but there's something about traveling with this troupe. They're using the word troupe. So that's why I said dance, but it could be singing, it could be acting, it could be activism, it could be anything that you decide to do. But I could easily see you getting the opportunity to travel and go places with these other people. And I think the key to not feeling lost is to know that things are temporary. This too shall pass, right? The pain is going to end. The joy is short-lived, but we have the memories of it, right? And we can look forward to the next opportunity. But I see sort of a line for you going up, peaks, valleys. And those peaks, to me, are when you are in flow, when you are delivering what your soul came here to share. That's something to look forward to, something to create your own opportunities for it. And, you know, travel doesn't have to be going to Paris for 3 months, right? It can be going 2 states over and giving a performance that sparks inspiration and uplifts people, okay? It could be anything. The scope of what you do with the talent you came here with is really unlimited for all of us, right? Like, it just depends on what we are going to prioritize. Yes, your people exist. They are feeling the same way you are. So you could even do something online and just put something out there and say, hey, is anyone else interested in travel, feeling a little lost right now, but want to talk about it? And your people will find you. I feel really, really good about what's coming for you in the next 24 months, I would say. And, you know, you may not even realize that you're building it. It might just suddenly burst into bloom and you'll be like, so that's why I did X, Y, and Z a year ago. You never know. You never know. But listening to your heart, I think, is really important for all of us, but especially for you right now as things are about to accelerate and change for you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Wow. How beautiful. Malika, I feel I could feel you're just right on the edge there, girl. And I know that it's all going to make sense for you. And I feel like and you do know this on a certain level, but you're like, you're not trusting it. So if you have this little deep down kind of nudge or feeling or inkling, you know, write it down and consider it. She says, thank you for the messages, sending lots of love to all. And and Malika, when you said that you're searching for your people, I realized that maybe consider this may be way out for a lot of you here, but consider you may be from a different star nation, and that this is one of your, you know, first couple of incarnations here in this world, and that may be you know, this unsettled feeling or misdirection, but trust yourself a little bit more. And you have such beautiful energy. You're on your path for sure. Yeah, I'm sorry that that you were feeling that way. And but I love your questions. I love your energy, and I I really feel. I don't know why I just connect with you. Yeah, galactic, right? Leona said galactic. Just consider it. Consider it that may be where it's coming from. Um, and let me just say, somebody else said something, and it jumps here. SVN, you're next, and I didn't want to. Here, oh, Vicky said, thank you, Vicky Howe, for being here, by the way. Everybody, check out her channel. And she says, I'm getting a lot from these readings. And that's really important for everybody to pay. I mean, we're all here, we're all supporting each other. But listen, if there's a message in there for you, because it often comes through for a group, and something that resonates with you, take it. And this is what Vicky is saying. And look, MLR said same, Vicky. And it's because Malika, I'm getting chills head to toe. My spirit guides are like saying that's what they wanted you to know. This is Malika asked this question, and I'm letting you guys know, if you feel like you need to ask a question, please do so, because it's not just for you; it's for the whole collective. But we've just beautiful questions and energy here in this chat. I'm telling you, it's really, really lovely, and it's inspiring to me. I love seeing you all and hanging out with you all. So let me see. SVN, are you still here? Oh, I'm looking. Yes, they're here. Sorry, I was looking at the wrong one.
And I think SVN is Stephanie, right? Did I see that in the chat? I think I did.
I don't. Did she say? Did she say recently?
Up towards the top.
Oh, you want me to go up?
Yeah, I remember the name Stephanie just jumping out for me. So
I
must have
can't
known
find
Jean
it.
was going to call on you.
Well, Stephanie says that she's here, but we're calling on SVN.
Yeah, right.
Oh, okay. Here she is. Oh, geez, see, it moves that fast, you guys.
Yes.
I
Yeah. Yay.
So a message for Stephanie from her guides. Mm. You already are connected with your guides. You have angelic energy around you. You have frequency and vibration around you. You're here to teach and to share um, what you know and what you feel. Um, It's almost like you have a foot in both worlds. I think that energy healing would be a beautiful thing for you to consider, um, first receiving and then also offering, or and you can pretty much you are we're strengthen those frequency and vibrations. They're really, really strong around you, and I feel like it's in that angelic, and it's like a high frequency vibration. So what you feel is your spirit guides and angels, and it's also your own vibration. Like, buy these things that increase your frequency and vibration and your energy, and they raise your level of consciousness. You must be a meditator, and I know, if you know Daphne, you are. But this is something that you build inside of yourself, and you also help others around you just by raising your own frequency and vibration. But you have high vibrational beings around you that help activate you and bring this energy up. But this energy is not only just for Stephanie, it's for the community, it's for humanity, it's for the world. And no pressure, Stephanie, but if you choose to. But I do feel this really high vibrational energy around you. I do know that you have an ego, kind of a life, and a family and a car and a job and all that helps to keep you balanced. But it really is important for you to walk in harmony with this energy and integrate this, and not to deny it and not to minimize it, or say, oh, just when I'm meditating I feel that way. No, incorporate this and walk with this. Make your coffee with this. Have it have it integrate in your foods and have this thought. Your intention can carry that vibration that you feel, sense, and experience. And your intention has that power. You don't have to feel that high intensity in order for your intention to have that. So just so you know, your words, your thoughts, and your feelings, and your intention, and you sending compassion does have that much energy. Even you not going there, you carry it with you. So that's what I have for you. I don't know if that means anything to you, Steph. Go ahead,
I love
Daphne.
that. I love that, Jean. That's so beautifully put. My eye keeps going to the logo wall behind uh, the image that SVN has put up. I don't know if that is a picture of Stephanie or not. But when you said she has a foot in both worlds, I immediately thought of the corporate world and the world of spiritual inquiry, right? And the there is such a need for energy healing in the corporate world. And it does not have to be anything other than walking into a meeting in your highest vibrational state and sharing that energy with people and having integrity, being respectful, listening to your guides, and bringing forth ideas that are going to prosper in the marketplace, right? So energy healing doesn't mean you have to take yourself out of your current life and go to an ashram and spend a year there and come back and offer energy healing. We can all do energy healing all day long, everywhere we go, and make this heaven on earth, right? And I was getting chills when Jean was talking about your presence and the energy you're bringing forth. So they're telling me that even if nothing outwardly looks like it's changed, you can have total transformation on the inside in how you carry yourself throughout the day when you walk into a room. And the vibrational essence that you're bringing is going to make it a sacred space. And yeah.
She
So
says that's funny because I've had colleagues come into my office just to sit down and calm down, and then they leave. That is not by
yes.
accident. That
No.
is your angelic essence that is going out to your community. It does not take from you. It increases when this occurs.
Yeah.
Just so you know, it's not draining from you. It is through you, and you have this energy, this presence, this vibration and frequency, and it never takes from you. So I just want to make sure that you understand that
Yeah.
when other people come in and sit with you, it's because this energy is available for sure.
Yeah. And I've known healers who have they've made it a mystical thing where they have to spend the rest of the day in bed if they do a healing session. No, 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 no. It's not coming from us, it's coming through us. And that is very true of Stephanie. So if you are looking for advancement and movement in your career, that's the path forward, is making the most of that angelic energy and presence, because the more you expand your area of influence, the more people you can help, you know. So
Through
I'm
intention.
yeah, and I'm so curious to see what happens for you in the next 12 to 16 months, because chaos, and then we have a lot of chaos now and coming over the next little while. Chaos is also opportunity, especially for people who are really tapped in to their hearts, to their spiritual guides, to their integrity. Because let me tell you what is really going to be incredibly valuable going forward, and that is authenticity and integrity, right? AI slop, no. Grifting, no. We want to see shining examples of corporate citizens. And I'm so pleased to even meet you electronically. This is really lifting my heart to know that people out in the workplace are doing this work.
Yep, more and more,
Yeah.
more and more. All the best to you, Stephanie, and thank you very much for coming and asking your question. And I just want to remind everybody one more time that you can connect with Daphne through her Eventbrite page. And the event is the New Moon Sound Bath. And it's release, relax, and renew. Crystal sound healer and crystal alchemy. I love it. It's an amazing event if you are available. And tell us the date of this real quick. I don't have it in front of me.
Sure, it's October
Oh,
19th, right
it
around the
is.
new moon.
It's right
And
there. I'm sorry.
no worries. And it's on Sunday at 5 o'clock Pacific, 8 o'clock Eastern. Totally fine to fall asleep during it. A lot of people do come to recharge their sleep, right? If you can't sleep throughout the week, by Sunday evening, it's time to wind down. It's time to refresh your energy for the week ahead. I do a guided meditation. I don't believe in telling adults what to do in my sound baths. I really love to set the stage for you to do your own inner exploration, and then providing all the frequencies, vibrations that the bowls speak to you in a very individual way. And it's just one of my favorite things to do, and a wonderful way to open the doors of perception.
Sorry, I was typing. I had it muted.
No worries.
And yeah, Sunday, October 19th, you guys. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That is so beautiful. And there are changes in this year, in this month, and many cosmic changes going on all at the same time, you guys. So please do take care of yourself, and be kind to yourself, and take it one step at a time. But thank you all for being here. And thank you, Daphne, for being here. I really enjoyed spending time and of being in your energy. I love connecting to our spirit guides, and I love it's really just a pleasure to have you here. I want you to know. And thank
Oh,
you,
thank
everybody
you.
who asked your questions, everybody who is here supporting them. And that will be all. Let me see. I will be on again tomorrow if anybody is interested. Um, Let me just get to the right month here. I'll be on tomorrow at 11 a.m. Akila B and myself will do a show together answering your questions. And then in the afternoon, tomorrow, the 12th of October, at 2:30 Eastern, 11:30 Pacific, Val from Dragonfly Crystals will be here, and we'll be having a very high vibrational discussion and talk with everybody here in the chat. I'm really looking forward to that. And so thank
You
you
have
very
such
much.
magical friends, Jean. They are
It is,
fantastic.
it's amazing. I'm so very blessed. And I'm bringing in a new one. I have a new one coming. It's an astrologer, a travel astrologer, and she is phenomenal. She's a hypnotist, she's a Reiki master, she's energy worker, and she's an astrologer, and she does travel astrology and astrocartography. She is phenomenal. I'm gonna introduce her on Tuesday, so I'm really looking forward to that.
I'm going to watch. That sounds fantastic.
She is. She's sweet. She's really sweet. Well, thanks again, everybody. Bye bye. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Your support is greatly appreciated. If you enjoy this content, hit like, share, and subscribe. Remember to click the bell to be notified of future videos. Thanks again. Bye.